Hello and welcome back to Xenoblade. So a few things I noticed in the last video was audio was completely bad. Hoping to change that better now with turning down my ripsaw quite a bit and making my audio hear my voice to be a lot better. We last left off after a lot of space talk. Anyway, leave the blade barracks. I had completely forgotten what the task was, I'm not gonna lie. I just made up some great cacio e pepe. I am happy about it. I finally got the sauce to be sort of right. I put too much salt in the water. Ugh.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really want her to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that Skell. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby. Now this girl gets it. Aren't they just the coolest? Just everything about them. The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever have that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction. Hold on, I'll just pull it up here 1 sec.
Lynn?
Oh, right. Sorry.
She's definitely 13.
Originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Skell good. Oh no, it's Eleanor time. More cutscenes! I hate everything here.
So this is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
So, that was a hard walk.
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control
Oh my
assignments
god,
are
this
too
is
much
so
for one
boring.
to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge. or
So
unique
this
skills. This console
This is the MMO function of the game.
fill those roles.
Unfortunately, I believe it is down.
You can't spell blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you ready to join up?
What's the Blade acronym again?
Take it easy, would you?
I think you can spell
Just
Blade
saying,
without
you'd have
team.
to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy.
What if I just want to do drugs in the back alley of the administrative district?
Pressuring our guest.
What if that's my goal in life?
Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
I don't want guns, I want drugs. Woohoo, more quests.
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell? Huh? Oh, right, the tour. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
And now we walk over here. Oh, oh. Do 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 do. Behold, as I yeet.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
With more cutscenes. So if I ever just sit on those selection screens, that's me syncing up my audio. I didn't do it that last time, but for whatever reason, my setup has audio that progressively lags more and more. And so that's why, in the middle of a bunch of cutscenes, the audio actually fixed itself in my last episode. So, that was my reasoning. And that's why it went from weird to not weird.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part? And I would never force or coerce anyone.
I feel like I'm being forced and coerced.
Ms. Ku, how much do you know about life pods?
Life pods? You mean like from the white whale?
Yes, those life pods. Like the one Elma, a blade, rescued our friend here from. Emphasis on the word rescued. Because if you aren't released, you just sit there frozen in stasis. Forever.
So did you have an engineering question about life pods? Or is this all part of the guild?
Can I go back to my life pod?
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about. And I would never force or coerce anyone. Now, what'll it be, friend? Ahem. Now, you wouldn't want to refuse the people who saved your life, would you, friend? And I would never force or coerce anyone. You said no, you wouldn't refuse. That's a yes, right? And I would never force or coerce anyone. You said no, you wouldn't refuse. That's a yes, right?
What did you say, Nagi? Just a little bit ago? About you'd never force or coerce anybody into joining?
You said no, you wouldn't refuse. That's a yes, right?
Because I'm not allowed to walk away here. Fine, I guess we can't do drugs in the back alley of Armory Alley.
I knew you'd make that choice. Welcome to the organization.
Bruh.
Elma, she can start on your team. We'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
I'm feeling forced into this.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern within the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the East Gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
Okay. So, I have an interactive map pulled up. Do I want to increase what I'm doing to a ridiculously fancy amount, or do I just want to vibe? God damn it. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna be fancy. Okay. Okay. So we've got a bit of an interactive map here going on. This is gonna be really weird.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the west gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Irina's team is one of our best.
How does she know Irina and Gwyn?
We ran into them just before we met up with you. They were on their way out to an assignment.
Well, then that settles it. It must have been them, right? Man, forget this amateur hour probe baloney. Those guys are where the action's at.
I'll try not to take that
Rude?
personally. But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. The probe isn't gonna
Okay.
install itself.
So,
To the east gate, shall we?
I wonder where it is. So we're here in the barracks, heading towards the East Gate. Now, again, I can't show the segment map. This is such a ghetto way of doing it. I don't have a capture card for the Wii U. Okay. I'm keeping us roughly where we are on this map, I think. So you think that we could fight that? We cannot. So here we get into actual gameplay now. Where battles are not so dumb and cutscene filled, and we're almost given complete reign over the game. So this line up here in the sky marks our FN Site 114. Unfortunately, there's a Senicula.
What the hell happened here? You don't think that one Senicula could have killed all these simius? Unless... what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Senicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like another Senicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Senicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Senicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Senicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Senicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid. Whoa there, rookie. We're talking about a tyrant here. Do you even understand what that means?
We should probably explain. Tyrant is our term for any indigenous life form that falls outside of our usual threat ranking system. In other words, they're too powerful for us to even measure how dangerous they would be to take on.
And too powerful doesn't always just mean physically strong. If a creature has even a single especially nasty trait, it's classified as a tyrant.
Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Well, alright. I'm game if you are. Count me in, Alma. Let's do this. If we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. We can't just keep running forever, you know? Besides, I'd never forgive myself if someone else ended up getting hurt because we just left it here.
All right. Let's do it. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Okay, so I apologize for any of the weirdness that just showed up. I was trying to get used to this new setup. Anyway, this isn't exactly something easy to fight. Again, I'm getting used to my new controls. So, tyrants are specific enemies. They are named. They do not respawn. They hurt, and it's fun. So, ground gear we're all matched up with. arts. So we have 46 battle points right now. What we can do is we can go down to our art list and upgrade. I really like Assault Hammer, but Flame Grenade go burr. So, we upgrade it, we lower cooldown, increase our hit scaling, so the damage scaling, increase effect duration, and the effects. So instead of Topple 1, it's Topple 2. To sort of quickly explain what Topple 2 is, it's a stronger version of Topple. Something that's immune to Topple 1 may not be immune to Topple 2. And these upgrades do continue through with every class. So any class that has Infuriate will stay level 2, but not just Drifter. I hear Elma yell Sliding Slinger a lot, so I always just upgrade these. I don't use Elma very much. Well, I use her very much, but I don't play Elma. There's probably better ways to go about this. I'm just doing what I always do. That works out for me pretty much. Seeing as how I damn near no commentary during this entire section, hi, post-production. How you doing? So this was the main first boss of the game, Vulcan the Pursuer. He's a bit of a pushover, not too hard to fight off. He's fun, though, because it's your first fight, your first major fight with 3 party members. Or it can be your first, if you so deem it. A big part of it is just balancing what you have. You know, if your teammate says, hey, use an orange attack, you use an orange attack, keep him healthy. If Lynn takes damage, as she's supposed to as the tank, cast Chrome Armor on her, make her tankier. You know, it's simple stuff like that. You see him here taking Infuriate, immediately switch over to Flame Grenade to do extra damage. I have the aggro, that's what that blue line means, is I'm being attacked. Gain the aggro. So he's focusing on me, that's why he's turning. Lynn is not being focused at all. Lasers hurt. But, you know, it's not a hard fight, it's a fun fight though. And I genuinely love Syndiculas because of Vulcan. Anyway, back to it.
We are awesome!
Nice work.
Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have...
Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other
I think we have Frontier Nab over.
This beam of light indicates a frontier.
I don't need the Xenoblade cover anymore.
It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
So now, if I need to, I can
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion.
focus on where we are.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself.
Oh, whoop.
The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to
probably should have experimented with this before.
In the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors?
No, I don't like doing things. This is known.
What? You want me to do it? Now, there's nothing to it, trust me.
I will launch it at people.
And besides, this is supposed to be
I will yeet the missile. It shoots lasers. Don't trust me with this.
Which is
You guys are fucking crazy.
have plenty of firsts as you become a blade. You'd better get
These guys are insane. Why do I feel like I'm being coerced again?
I would never force or coerce anyone.
I'm terrified. Anyway. And boop.
Installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
That means more cutscenes, doesn't it? So, welcome to Pursuer.
My cooking got better.
So, if you'll give me just a second, let me pull up the menu for this. Okay, I figured it out. It's a little bit stupid, but okay, we're not on my probe G1, we're on a basic probe right now. That took me a very long time to figure out. Yeah, so that's our basic probe setup. And I want to point out there's a lot of probes. Anyway, we're going back into NLA. Because we were right outside the gate. Of course, we are harassing the wildlife first. Why does the song always cut out right then? I'm here for the gemstone, you bastards. Danger bats. Fucking danger bats, Jesus. Adascula. Or Adascula. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. At some point, we're probably going to go on a bit of a grind. I said at some point. Did you seriously just piss off the Lepics? Well, we just got the correct fucking ability. Knockback time? Okay, we're good. Okay, big fight. Well, this is definitely not what I wanted to do right now. Top 3 out. Burn it. Okay, it's aggroed on me for right now. Focus on this leg. Aw, Lynn, you're just gonna have to die. From playing it. I'm waiting on recuperate. Yeah! We should not have won that fight. Oh my god. The fight was not a fight that we should have won. Oh my god. Well, hi there, Mr. Thomas. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like, oh yeah, that guy died. Why are we not sending our entire battalion out to try to save him? Every person is infinitely valuable in a world with a limited population. Aww. Wait, is that two chicks? Hell yeah. Cool. Now, one thing that you can do that increases a specific value that we're about to learn about is talk to everybody. By being a mediator, you can complete tasks and help people out. Oh. Wait, this has been an hour? Oh god. I will see you guys in the next one. Whoops. This one's probably gonna get cut in twice.